If you've been around on the channel for a little bit, you would know that Pokemon has been a staple of my childhood, including growing up watching the television show. But at the age of 8, I got my first mainline Pokemon game, Pokemon Black. The reason why I'm bringing up this game is that I found my first shiny in this, but unfortunately I failed this. But to be fair, how would I know that this Piloswine would have a recoiling move? But ever since then, I've become fascinated with these rare Pokemon, and one day want to complete a shiny living dex, or as I would like to call them, catching them all. Trademark by me, of course. And that brings me to this challenge, a shiny only playthrough. But before I get into this video, I just want to say that unfortunately I did not use a capture card to record these, so you won't really be able to see my full reactions to what shinies I get, but it'll be pretty obvious which ones made me yell like a little kid on Christmas Day, or me when exam season's over right now. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. Entering the game for the first time, I was told by Arceus to catch all Pokemon, but I knew that wasn't going to be my goal for this run. Oh no, my goal would be to beat the game only using shiny Pokemon, in a way similar to a Pokemon Badge Quest run, if you know what that is. After basically skipping through the tutorial, because, come on, I've had the game since launch date. But wait, did I just make the same joke as in the opening? But anyways, I had to select my starter, and even though I tried to leave, I picked Oshawott because, like I hinted to in the opening, Pokemon Black and White was my first mainline Pokemon game, and Oshawott was actually my first starter. So, kinda full circle in a way. But I decided to try and get through the tutorial quickly in order to do something before my challenge started. You know the man in front of the main building? Well, I decided to give him a shiny Wurmple. And I found this in another game just because it'd be a little neat homage to this run. And even though I have not gotten any shinies yet, I decided to defeat Kleavor without using any Pokemon. A little bit after defeating Kleavor though, I've found the first member of this team. Even though there won't be any commentary like I said in the opening, I'll just play the clip. If you don't already know, there's a method of shiny hunting in this game called mass outbreaks, where if you find one of these, your shiny odds for each Pokemon will drastically increase for that group. That's how I found the first member of this team, and I named this guy Binary after the rabbit from Bambi named Thumper. But after this, I decided to advance in the story and go to the Crimson Mirelands. Before continuing the in-game story, I decided that it was time to find a new member to add to the team. So it was back to the mass outbreaks I went. And you'll never guess what I found unless you clicked the thumbnail, because you probably saw. When I got this shiny, I was laying in bed about to go to sleep. This definitely made me wake up since I began yelling "No way" and "Shiny Alpha" over and over. Once I caught it, I had to immediately save the game. But unfortunately, this Petalil is level 55, and I can only use Pokemon under the level cap for now. So this Petalil, which I named Blossom by the way, is gonna have to relax in the party for a little bit. But on a side note, when I was doing a space-time distortion, I thought I found a shiny Luxio, but looking back on the footage, I'm not sure what this Pokemon is. So let me know in the comments, because I think it might be a Jolteon, Floatzel, or Pikachu, but I don't think I recorded what it actually was. But the story from here on is completely normal. Let's just move on. When I reached the third area, the Cobalt Coastlands, I decided to do most of the story off screen until this accidentally happened. I found a 1 in 4,096 odds shiny Glameow, coincidentally when I was on my way to the top of the hill, and I was listening to a song during this, so of course I named it after the meme Cat Jam. From these odds, I think I should buy a lottery ticket, but then I realized I just always lose money on them, with the occasional $2 or $3 sometimes. But this shiny gave me a little spark to do a few mass outbreaks, and on the first one, I found a temporary member of the team. I named her Sakura for no other reason than what shiny Cherim looks like, but so far in the run I like how the team is looking. I was originally going to hunt for shiny Duskull, but I think this might postpone the hunt for a little while, and I'll continue on to the story. Unfortunately, it's time for more random mass outbreaks, and here's what I actually got. This little mime ran on me, so of course I had to restart my game and catch it. However, I already have a shiny Mr. Mime, so this one's going directly into my shiny collection, unevolved. While trying to get my star rank up a little, I actually stumbled upon a Sunstone being sold, so of course, I had to evolve my unusable Petalil into an unusable Lilligant. Well, this gave me an idea for another team member. A few months back, I found my first ever shiny Alpha, which was a Prinplup, and I've never used it other than evolving it into an Apollyon. And even though it's over leveled, it may help me beat the final boss of this challenge, and I think you know who it is. But I decided that I would also like a shiny Scizor on my team, so this is what I actually found. That's right, I found another random shiny, but it's at better odds since the Pokédex page was like at level 8, I believe. But still, what are the odds? Like, no seriously, what are the odds for this Ursa? I couldn't find it online, so hopefully you can let me know. I forgot to mention, but I'm basically skipping all of the story elements because I don't think you guys would want a recap of what you already know. Moving on is the snowy region, the Alabaster Icelands, which reminds me of One Piece. And even though you think I'd get an ice type for my team, I decided on a different Pokemon for this area. But I have no clue why, but I want a very specific Pokemon. Just because I'll be able to pick its evolution though. There wasn't much to this, so I'll just play the clip. I want you to guess what I evolved this one into though. If you got it right, please subscribe, because when I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to be singing some karaoke, and I'm sure that you'd want to be there and not miss that. But the answer was Jolteon, because just look at the stats. Compared to the other evolutions, I just think this is going to be the best choice for one of the hardest boss battles in the Pokemon series. Oh yeah, I named this one Alaska because I don't have any other clue what to name it. And I wouldn't usually bring this up, but during the Avalugg boss fight, I found something that was not shiny, but I thought was pretty cool. But look at something else I found though. A third random shiny, and I'll probably give this one away in the future, so hopefully you can hold me liable to this. But I don't know where the clip is, but I also found a shiny Dusclops at some point, but I don't know when. This footage was like back in July, so I don't remember, but hopefully the Bidoof clip makes up for this though. After this, I got kicked out of Jubilife Village for literally helping them, but I figured out the team I would take on the endgame with. Thumper the Baneri, Blossom the Lilligant, Ursula the Ursaluna, Piper the Empoleon, and Alaska the Jolteon. Or this would have been my team, but for some reason they made me switch Dialga onto my team, and it would not let me switch back. Out of bitterness and a little bit of laziness, I decided not to film any of the other post-game until the final boss. Other than this funny screenshot, which I just found funny from when I gave the NPC a shiny Wurmple. But the post-game is basically just the main character and a character named Volo collecting the rest of the Arceus plates. Once you're only down to one left to find, he decides to become power hungry and wants to steal all the plates from you, since surprise, he already had the last plate. I'll just play the opening dialogue for you since there's not really that much else I could say about it. I feel like showing you guys a time lapse of the battle would also be a little boring, so I just want to show you the end, and I'm actually really proud of this. I beat Giratina on my first try, and you have to believe me. Sorry I couldn't show you guys more of the battle, but Past Trey forgot to film this part, and in hindsight, I wish I filmed the whole thing, since this is supposed to be the climax of both the video and the game. But before I go, I would love to show you guys a list of the shinies that I used along the way. and I enjoyed doing a video like this, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a video you see a few times on the channel. I just wish I could have filmed it using my capture card. Hello? Oh wait, what's that? Oh, is that the off-brand Among Us AirPods case? Well, wait, what's that? Oh, you want everyone to subscribe. Well, you heard him.